Happy New Year, Big Ten Hoops fans. It's BTN analyst Jon Crispin. And earlier this week, we put out our first rendition of Power Rankings. And Power Rankings are always an interesting exercise. It's more about what I see than what stats may tell you. So it's pretty easy to disagree with me. So instead of going through every team, I wanted to go through a couple teams to highlight as the season goes on. And in my top 5, I look at Ohio State at 3. And Nebraska at 5. Two teams that I think have a ton of potential. Ohio State has probably more limitations than anybody else in the top 7 or 8 teams in the conference. But Chris Holtmann just seems to know exactly what he's doing in terms of his ability to maximize talent. I think a lot's going to come down to C.J. Jackson and Keyshawn Woods playing at a consistently high level. I think those guys are going to be key to their success. And for Nebraska, they may have the best starting 5 in the conference. I think they're fantastic. I think they're versatile. They're lengthy. The key is going to be finding the right rotations, limiting the amount of time where those guys are not on the floor together. So you got to use your rotations well if you're Tim Miles, but continue to be the versatile team that you are on both sides of the floor. And as I go down, I look at 7 and 10, and right now that's Indiana and Purdue. Indiana is a team that is just scratching the surface to how good they can be. I think the personnel, they have the potential to be a high-level Big Ten team, but we haven't seen them put it together on the offensive end. It really comes down to how good they can be offensively, because I trust what they can do on the defensive side of the ball. And for Purdue, it's a different look. It's almost a team that doesn't really match the identity of Matt Painter and the Purdue Boilermakers, because they're playing outside in versus inside out. And that has to do with the fact you got one of the best players in the country in Carson Edwards. So it'll be interesting to see if that Purdue team can be consistent, relying so much upon Carson Edwards.